All right, back here with Gordon Ryan. Still a king. Went out there, defended your title out there, and
I did.
No time limit, submission only. So how do you feel about your performance now?
Yeah, I'm pumped to just get back. First of all, competing, especially competing no time limit. No time limit has always been my favorite rule set, where I think that I shine, and it's my first no time limit match since 2016 with Keenan. So I'm just excited to get back out there. As far as the performance, I thought I was kind of split 50-50 on is he going to come out and pull guard like he usually does, or is he going to try to force top position because he knows that I'm a very good passer. So I went out there and I played around a little bit, felt him out, and then it was quite evident that he wanted to be on top. So I was like, okay, we'll just take top position. And then he played like a very obviously negative game where he wouldn't let me play half guard. He wouldn't let me engage at all, and every time I would try to come forward, he would just push and kick out and get away. So I started pretty slow, kind of just pacing him out, seeing if he was going to engage. And then when I realized he wasn't gonna engage, I was like, okay, let me try to pick the pace up a little bit here. And then I did get on top of him. I managed to sweep him, and his whole game plan was just to get back up and try to draw me out on top. But once I get on top, usually I'm pretty much indefinitely on top. So he wasn't even close to getting up. And hopefully that last transition looked as sick on camera as I thought it felt in the transition. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take his back. Oh, I'm gonna mount him. Oh, I'm gonna armbar him. Oh, I'm gonna triangle him. Oh, I finished with Americana. And I was like, oh, that was pretty cool. So hopefully it was entertaining.
How tight was that submission that you locked down?
I broke his arm in half. I got a few pops right in the beginning when I was my initial grip, and then he wasn't gonna tap, and I was like, okay. So I switched my grip and I pushed it with two hands, and his elbow almost popped, you could see his elbow protruding out of his skin, it almost broke the skin. I don't know if it was a full tear, but probably 85%, 90% of the way, fully broken arm. His arm essentially broke in half. His elbow was pointing here, and his arm was out pointing out here somewhere. So his arm is definitely broke his arm in half.
Another break for you. So you're a guy who really gets frustrated if you don't get the submission. You gotta feel good going out there to compete and knowing win or lose, there's gonna be a submission.
Yeah, that's the best for me. The pressure that's taken off of you for me at least, when I know that the guy is at some point in the match actually going to have to grapple me. It's just such a luxury, because most of the time I'm working in time constraints. It's either, for SUG it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15, 20, whatever, even if it's 40 minutes. Guys know that eventually the match is going to end. So most of the time it's just, okay, how can I go out and not get submitted and try to win a tactical match? But in no time limit, you have to do jiu-jitsu. The only way you're gonna win is not by just stalling me out. You're not gonna just stall me out. You have to go in, and at some point you have to engage to try to win the match. And there's nothing better for me than actually doing jiu-jitsu in a grappling match, not just pitter-patting around. And Kyle did it a little bit in the beginning where he kind of just stalled, but eventually you have to engage, especially when you're on bottom. You can't really stall from there. So,
do you think there's anybody out there that can hang with you in this rule set?
No one's even remotely competitive. Like I said, Ronaldo Jr., I don't really call out people much smaller than me, but Ronaldo had the audacity to say that if I was out of shape, that he would compete against one of my friends first. I'm already, since black belt, I'm already 5-0 against Andre's black belts. I beat Lucas twice, I submitted Kainan, and I submitted Keenan twice. May as well make it an even 6-0. I'll go out and submit Ronaldo. And also Ronaldo, I swear to God, I will put in contract, I will give you $10,000 of my own money if you beat me in a no time limit match.
Is it personal for you against Atos at this point?
No, it's all fun.
Yeah.
I just love traumatizing them and having their leader refuse to fight me. So it's a win-win for me. Either I just keep messing with them, or Andre gets to fight me and I beat him. So it's a win-win situation for me.
Because you had a back and forth with Kainan not too long ago too.
Yes, yeah. Kainan I actually won't fight because I generally don't like him because he costs me and my friends a bunch of money. But all the other guys is pretty good fun. Hinger's just a dick, as Hinger always is. But I don't really have anything personal against him. He's just like a scumbag. And Keenan I genuinely don't like, but he's not Atos anymore.
So the training with you and Kainan, that's something that's been talked about a lot. How did the rounds go that you weren't able to release? How did it go when you rode with him?
I finished him 2 to 3 times around every single round.
Wow.
In 5 or 6 minute matches.
All right.
So that's why the rounds weren't released.
Yeah. So are you growing frustrated at this point with the fact that you're the top dog out there? I mean, you're the ADCC absolute champ, and guys aren't just jumping to fight you. Like, you would think they would want the opportunity, right?
It's always, from the beginning of my career, it was always something. It was, he doesn't have enough accomplishments, or this or that, or I don't want to fight guys that don't have any respect, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, first of all, if the top guys refuse to fight me, and they think they're gonna get me out of the face of the sport like that, I'm just gonna jump into like random like local competitions like Nagas and shit, record the matches, and then make way more money doing that, selling DVDs on commentaries, than I would fucking fighting the top guys. Number one. So you're not gonna get me out of the sport, regardless of what you try to do. If no one fights me, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna do local shows and then make a ton more money. And as far as actually competing against me, it is kind of strange because I'm without a doubt the best no-gi grappler in the world, and guys are still refusing to fight me. It's like, number one, your brand recognition goes way up just from being on the same, just as being on the mat with me, number one. Number two, you're gonna get paid far more than you ever would for any other super fight against anybody just by being on the mat with me. And number three, if you lose to me, who gives a fuck, because everybody loses to me. So it makes zero sense to not fight me. That's why, I mean, Kyle was at least smart, because he understood that, you know, it's a win-win. I go out there, if I win, then, you know, my brand is 10 times as big overnight, and if I lose, who cares? Everybody loses to Gordon.
Yeah, like you said, everybody does lose to Gordon. What do you think it is that separates you from all your competitors?
I actually know what I'm doing. Most of the guys I compete against just train from a very young age and move instinctually well, whereas I know exactly what I'm doing from every single position that we could possibly be in.
So do you think you approach it like sort of more scientifically, like you actually are using a system and your technique is better? Yeah,
I mean, same thing, Mayweather would always say the same thing. You know, I win because I know more than these guys. I know vastly, I have a much deeper understanding of the sport than all of my competitors. So that's why, I mean, like Gary said in the interview today, I'm not particularly athletic. I don't really move well, I'm not coordinated. The only physical attribute that I have is that I'm kind of lanky, you know, like 6'2", I'm not really that big, and I'm pretty isometrically strong, but those are the two only attributes that I have. Other than that, I'm like a complete physical retard. So the reason why I win isn't because of my physicality, it's because I'm just much better than everybody else.
Do you think you work harder than the competition?
Yeah, I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, I'm a real professional, and people don't even train full time, so I say it all the time. Everyone's like, you're not so special. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm a professional in the sport of amateurs. I'm not really that good. I'm just, everybody else sucks.
All right, so after you won ADCC, we did this. Let's end it with you're in a constant battle with trolls and haters on Instagram. Little message to the haters out there.
You know, it's been 2 years now that I've been, you know, #1 pound for pound grappler in the world. Still here. Sorry.
Gordon Ryan, folks, not going anywhere.